Hello Pisces, welcome to Divine Debut. This is Kathy speaking, and thank you so much for being here. This is your mid-month of September 2019. It's a love and general reading, and it's a Celtic cross, as I usually do mid-month readings. Okay, thank you for your patience, and hoping that the full moon in your sign was whatever bubble burst for you, whatever truth came to light, that it wasn't something too harsh for you. Are you dealing with a Taurus? The Hierophant can speak of marriage, a committed relationship. The Hierophant can also speak of structure, higher education, commitments. Okay, so the full moon in Pisces, which happened about 3 days ago, was quite challenging because it was right on top of Neptune in Pisces. Neptune can be those rose-colored glasses, and Neptune is squaring off over to Jupiter in Sagittarius. So if you were over optimistic about something, maybe that was the bubble that burst. So, you know, full moons are all about combinations. And now, luckily, we're moving from the time of Virgo, which Virgo is your 7th house, the Pisces of partnership. So we're moving, the sun is slowly in about 5 days moving into, 5-6 days, moving into Libra. Now, Libra is already hosting Venus, which is its rulership. So Venus is very strong. This for you, of course, is your 8th house of shared resources, your partner's money, deep, intimate connection, money from external places, other people's money, banks, wills, loans, deeds. The High Priestess, Virgo, Piscean energy. This is the axis, Virgo, Pisces. So Virgo can also be the house of health. So I'm hoping that everything is okay with you. Mercury is also there with Venus in the house of Libra, which is the partnership house for everyone on a collective scale. Those difficult conversations will be finding their balance through Libra. So let's see, dear Pisces, what's going on in mid-September 2019. Pisces, please. Spirit, Pisces. In the now position, you've got the Ace of Cups. Wow. Your challenge, though, is the Four of Swords. This is taking a break in love. In your foundation is the Two of Pentacles. And that's in the distant past. In the recent past, 8 of Cups. Crowning your reading is the 7 of Pentacles. In the near future, you have the 3 of Wands, which is amazing. And I'm using the Connolly Tarot, for those of you that are wondering. In the position of you is the 2 of Cups. Wow. Soulmate energy. In your environment is the Sun. So this is the energy of Leo. In your hopes and fears is the King of Pentacles. Taurus. We did have that Hierophant fallout. Someone with strong Taurus, or could have Leo as well. Okay. And the outcome is Leo. Again, strength. Wow, you've got a strong lion with you. You are dealing with someone who's very, very dependable. Okay, let's see what's at the bottom. We've got the 6 of Swords. Pisces, you're moving away from challenges in love, in partnership. Something new. It's as though you're starting a new chapter. So on point with that full moon in your sign. Moving from difficult to calmer waters. Let's see what else is beneath that. 9 of Pentacles. This is Virgo. Virgo season. We're leaving it. Looks as though some of you have felt very independent financially. But she's inside looking out. So maybe you've kept a bit of, you know, you've sort of took a step back and put that work in, trying to fix your finances. You're looking like you're in a really good place. Virgo is the energy of looking at those details, looking at your daily routine, looking at the finer details, trying to see if you've missed anything. That's what Virgo is perfect at doing, picking up on little things. Sometimes the shadow side of Virgo can be like pointing the finger at others, like showing them their flaws. Anyway, Nine of Pentacles is a place of being very independent financially. Some of you may have had a little space between you and your partner. Just a small space, nothing major though. Let's see what else we've got here. And we have the Queen of Swords. So this is speaking your truth, standing up for what you believe in. Your truth is bringing you change. Look at that butterfly, especially with Pluto, Saturn, and the South Node in Capricorn, which is your 11th house of friends. It's the house of humanitarian. It's also being part of a larger group and association, but being the individual, standing out like that fly in the milk, if you get what I mean, being different, sticking out in the crowd, doing things in a very ingenious way. And, you know, the 11th house is also the house of wishes and dreams and the house of the future. But in the 11th house is where the transformation is happening. So for some of you, this could be in relation to a friendship, okay? That's where the karmic situation is happening, the karmic clearing. And some of you, because your 11th house is the house of Capricorn, Saturn is very, very strong there. Saturn is actually moving direct in a couple of days after this reading is published, so on the 18th. And things will start to crystallize, ground, become physical, become real. So if the hard work has been done, because the 11th house is also the house of earned income, if the groundwork has been put in, it's a time of reaping the rewards. But Saturn is really slow moving, so don't expect it tomorrow. Okay, the proof in the pudding will take a little bit of time. You've got a beautiful reading here, absolutely. Let's take some more cards before I go into the cards, before I go into the reading. Let's look at your love life. We've got the Romance Angels for Pisces, please, Spirit. So the sun being in Virgo has, the sun can be clarity, it can be warmth, it can be, you know, very heartfelt, very real. Something coming from the heart. So the sun was shining its light on your partnership house. Wow, there's one card which just flew out. So it was quite a challenging time though. The time of Virgo was quite hard this year. Very hard actually. Wow, that flipped, but I didn't get to see what it was. So please, Spirit, for Pisces. Pisces and their love life. What do they need to know? What do we need to know? Pisces. Pisces. So I would say that you're going through some sort of a transformation in love, especially with Venus in your 8th house. 8th house is the natural house of Scorpio. That's death and transformation. That's change. Change not only in love, in money, because Venus can be money, projects, communication, which is, wow, Archangel Michael is here. I love that. Communication, which is Mercury, and partnerships, which is Libra. So let's see what has fallen out for you. The card that flipped out, free yourself. Wow, free yourself from restrictions. It's time to take back control of your life. Some of you, and this is very Capricorn, wow, whatever you've been boxed into, thank God for Pluto, Saturn, and the South Node in Capricorn, I'm going to say. Past, present, your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. Some of you have felt trapped not being able to come closer to your partner. It looks as though your prayers are answered here with Archangel Michael. This is calling in your soulmate. Okay, so another card, we've got it. Let's see, and it fell right on the Two of Cups, and we've got past life relationship. You have known each other before. This is obviously, for some of you, it's karmic. What is karma? It's something that was incomplete from the past. Doesn't mean that it's nasty. Karma is something that just keeps coming back in another lifetime. It's like your payback. What kind of a relationship was this from the past? It probably started off very challenging, but then it says calling in your soulmate. Archangel Michael is here, and this is a soulmate connection from a past life. For some of you, it could be from your childhood, but I feel mainly that it's from a past life, from another reincarnation. You've also got the Two of Cups here in the position of you. You are living this now, or you will be living this now, because the Ace of Cups is a beginning in love, something that is filling your cup. And you felt that this was coming. You felt that this is what you're dealing with. That little bird at the top there, this is news coming through. But your challenge is the Four of Swords. So if this is a continuation of a relationship, if this is that, then you've taken a bit of a break with that Nine of Pentacles. That's what it looks like. You've taken a bit of a break. There's been some sort of heartbreak, and I remember your past readings were not that amazing. So this is the challenge. Time. Take a break. All partnerships need a break sometimes, and there is nothing wrong with that. Crowning your reading is the Seven of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles is looking at the situation. Sevens are always the divine. Take that time. Pentacles are real. They manifest in real time. You can touch, you can feel, you can use. Okay, so you've spent time, you've invested on this, and that's what's on your mind. That's what you're thinking about. Now, for some of you, money could have to do with whatever you went through in this committed relationship or partnership. Maybe it could have been money issues. Why? Because you've got the Two of Pentacles in your foundation, trying to juggle a situation. Maybe even having to work 2 jobs. Some of you, if you needed to show your independence and that you can stand strong alone, that's 9 Pentacles. That's, again, standing strong on your own financially. Some of you may be trying to prove yourselves that you are worthy and you can stand alone. You can be on your own. If you've been in a relationship where there's been heartbreak, you've been taken for granted, let's say, because usually in the Four of Swords, it shows those 3 swords at the top. There's been some sort of pain that you've been dealing with. In the recent past, the Eight of Cups, leaving something behind. But the fact that she's actually holding that 8th cup, she's got those 7 cups in the background, which is very Neptunian, very illusionary, very unclear of the path. And that's the Piscean energy, the 7 of Cups. Too much illusion, too much giving and not receiving. Too much sacrifice, I think, is what Pisces is all about, and you get burnt for that. But this Ace of Cups that she's holding is divinely sent to her, and that's the Ace of Cups here. So I think that some of you were juggling, were trying to decide whether this is worth pursuing, worth keeping. And I feel that with the 3 of Wands in the near future, I think that it was a time, and some of you are still going through it. It's a time where you went, it's as though your relationship, oh wow, where your relationship took on a new life. You stepped through those Two of Wands. The decision was made looking at the future. You know that you had everything that you needed, but it was just, I feel as though some of you felt as though you were at a plateau. But in the near future, you've got the Three of Wands. Very Sagittarian. Sagittarius is all about faith and spirit. Sagittarius is squaring off to Neptune, as I was saying. It's like that bubble burst. Sometimes it's over-optimism. Some of you may have been over-optimistic and you've come across some sort of a disappointment and you're looking at the situation, but you're coming from a place of love. This is a strong connection I feel that you have. And I feel that for most of you, you're keeping this relationship. You've gone through the test and you've passed the test. This love has passed the test. That's what I feel. 2 twos, balance. I just mentioned the Two of Wands, even though it's not here, but I do channel as I read. So in your environment, what's external to you is the Sun, which is true love. It's creativity. It's risk-taking. It's the heart. Leo rules the heart. And some of you may have children that are in the picture. And you love the unit, the family unit. You love being there. It's just that you've gone through some test. The Sun is clarity, it's warmth, it's vitality. It's like new vitality is breathing into your relationship. And the Sun can be pregnancy as well. You've got the Ace of Cups and the Sun. We could be talking about a couple of you that are pregnant out there. In your hopes and fears, this is your rock. I do see him as the rock. He's not going anywhere, dear Pisces, and I feel that this is your partner. Could be strong Taurus, could be Virgo, could be Capricorn. Mainly I see Taurus. You did have that Hierophant fall out as I was shuffling, but probably has got strong Earth, but also Leo, and Leo is here. The Strength card says that there is trust. You've got trust in your abilities. You've got the strength to get through this. We've got the Eternity symbol 3 times. Check that out. Your partnership, your relationship has gone through multiple lessons. Multiple lessons over eternity, over time. It's never ending. It's not meant to end. Let me take some Twin Flame Oracle cards by Mystic Moon. I love this deck. Let's see, dear Pisces, what's happening for you? More information. Some of you may have come out of a difficult and narcissistic past relationship with the Free yourself. There were boundaries put up. It was like quite a challenge. But I think that with Pluto, Saturn and the South Node, the stellium, can't really call it a stellium because the South Node is a point, it's not a planet. So 3 planets and up would be the stellium. So the energies of what's going on, the party in Capricorn, is like getting rid of and taking care of business, karmic business that needs to be taken care of. Thank God to the divine. Thank God for whoever you believe in. Let's take Pisces, please, Spirit. And we've got new direction. Yeah, new direction. As I was saying, I do feel that there is a change in direction. There is a change in your circumstances. Especially with that Two of Wands that I mentioned. Remember? The world is your oyster. Walking through that new chapter, that new door. Okay, let's see. Pisces, we've got fear. It's always hard to change direction. It is never easy. And this is, of course, our dark side. There's always fear before change. And the fear of the unknown, of course, is very obvious. Let's see what else we have for Pisces. And we have the answer is no. So I don't know what that exactly means. I will take another tarot card on that. And what comes to me, look at how the earth is very dry and barren. Something was rejected. Some offer was rejected, and there came the drought. And that's why the earth is the way that it is here. There's cracks in a situation. Let's see what else. Let's see what else for you. And we've got mask. Mask can mean things that were hidden, obviously, especially with that full moon in your sign. The masks have fallen off now. We're learning about what was coming to a culmination and a finish with Pisces. Let's take another card. We've got shadow work. Wow. Shadow work, mask, fear, no, a lot of negativity here. But the new direction still stands in that set of cards. And the sun trumps the darkness. The light beats the darkness. So, wow, we've got an observer. Some of you have been doing some searching on the internet. Either this is you doing this or someone else is doing this. Some of you have been dealing, I think, in the past with an Aquarian, because the internet is Aquarius. And this guy is wearing a hoodie, so he's undercover, he's not showing himself. You have been spied on by someone, and someone who could have been in your life previously. And I think that the energies of the shadow work and the fear and the mask was to do with the past. I really believe that. And let me see. So, you know, Aquarius is your 12th house. That's the dark house. That's endings. That's endings. And Aquarius is communication. It's air. But that's also, the 12th house is also the past. So let's see what else. Some of you may have closed the door on an Aquarius who was going through their shadow work. They were wearing a false self mask. And you said no to them, but they're still lurking in the background. Let's take more cards. We've got barrier. Yeah, you've put up your barrier in relation to this person. You've already told them no. And then the answer is yes. So after no, we get the answer yes. Let's take a tarot card on that straight away. I'd like to see what this yes is all about. I'm using another deck. For those of you that have been mulling over someone, trying to bring someone into your life, and they rejected you at first, and they put up a barrier, the no has turned into yes. The no has turned into yes, actually. And that's probably got a lot to do with the astrology. Let's take the yes card first. We've got the Nine of Cups, so the wish comes true. Whatever this yes means here, Nine of Cups can also be someone who is over binging, over drinking, trying to escape a situation. Wow. I was going to look at the no here, and we've got two cards. Yeah, someone had put up a barrier in relation to the Two of Cups. And the Two of Cups is the soulmate energy. You already have it here. So I think that once the shadow work has been done, Pluto has diluted, has helped to transform then the barrier comes down and the answer is yes, and it is a wish fulfillment. As you could see, there it is. And I know you can't see the cards, so we will bring them up a little bit. Sorry about that. It's something that I'm trying to work on to fix it. Let's put these cards further up so you can see them. There we go. So these cards are here, and the Nine of Cups is on the yes card. Wow, okay. So, as I was saying, for those of you that were rejected at first, this could be you having done the rejecting instead of someone rejecting you. At the end of the day, the answer is going to be yes. The barrier is going to come down. Okay, you've got two nines, the Nine of Wands and the Nine of Cups. Nines speak of coming to a completion. And the potential is the new direction. Maybe some of you that were rejected have gone through to a new direction, working on your shadow self. And if that is the case, the hard work is paying off now with the Nine of Wands and the Two of Cups here. Okay, let's continue the reading. Let's look at the bottom, and we've got understanding. So those messages, those signs are coming from above. There is an understanding now. You're in a position of understanding. And again, we could be talking about your partner, that they're in a place of understanding now. Yeah, you have gone through a time of solitude, or they have, and they've had plenty of time to receive these messages, to receive the divine news, because before that you were in a time of grief, they were in a time of grief, but now the general energy is moving into a different energy, moving into a different position. Here we've got a beautiful reading here. Let's take some more cards. Let's take more cards. And I'd like to take 3 Lenormand. The Spirit. We've got the woman, the girl next door. Very earthy, very grounded. I think that this is your energy. Okay, this is you if you are female. If you are dealing with another female, then this is the other female. She's the girl next door for me. She's very subtle, very sensitive, very intellectually wired. She reminds me of an author. She's reading a book. She reminds me of someone who likes to write or to read books. Here we've got the Two of Cups. Look at that. Number 24 equals a 6. The agreement. The hearts coming together, and luck at the same time. The clovers. And this can mean also money through work. For those of you that are writers, if you're ready to publish a book, there's good communication here. There is a good connection that you're dealing with, a good contract that's going to really give you the money. It's bringing you a lot of luck. And this could also be a connection where there is money connected to it, which is beautiful. And we've got the snake, which is, sometimes it can be the enemy, okay, the snake, but for me it speaks of wisdom, it speaks of being intelligent, and it also speaks of healing. Why? Because the venom turns into medicine. So something that was nasty is turning into healing. Something that you have can heal others. It is a 7, so it's divinely guided. And the snake is that it sheds its skin, right? That's transformation again. Okay, what else would we like to do now? Take those extra cards. But before I go on to the extra cards, let's take a message from Spirit for you, dear Pisces. What does Spirit want you to know? Pisces, mid-September 2019. Dear Spirit. Pisces, mid-September. Pisces, mid-September. Pisces, please, Spirit. Okay, this is it. All right. We have forgiveness. Wow. Holding on to resentment and anger is preventing or even suffocating your spiritual growth. Resentment is one of the strongest and most damaging of human emotions. The act of forgiveness in its own right is equally incredibly powerful, and it has the capacity to heal and transform. There's that transformation. So there is forgiveness in a bond, in a relationship, whatever type of relationship. You know, I was just answering someone who commented on one of my videos, and there was a lot of resentment, and I was telling them that that's going to do you harm first. If you're holding resentment and anger in your heart, then you're hurting yourself first and then the others. So make space in your heart, open it up, take that pain out. I know it's a gradual healing. We can't do it from one day to the other. But carrying that pain and those wounds, and that's something that I keep telling people, carrying those wounds, that resentment, that hatred, and that perception of being crucified or being the victim, that needs to change for you to see change. Let it go. It's too heavy to carry. If you can, let's take the cards. So in the now position, we have the Four of Pentacles, which is very much like Taurus energies. This is holding on to something, holding on to your pennies. Four is all about home and family. Fours always speak of your security. Also, this is a card of like being careful with your heart. Why? Because it's been hurt in the past. Let's look at that Two of Pentacles. We've got the Knight of Swords. And the Knight of Swords can be tough, can be harsh. And Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra. This could be a harsh conversation. This could be quick action, quick communication in the distant past or around your home, around your connection, and around your security. Let's look at that Eight of Cups, and we have the Emperor, which is, the Emperor is Taurus or Aries. The Emperor is very Saturnian, pointing the finger saying, have you done the work? The Emperor is another Four. I don't know why, but Aquarius is very prominent here. And Aquarius is ruled by Saturn as well. Look at the bird. Look at the eagle. The eagle is Aquarius. Some of you have been dealing with an Aquarius. Now the King of Pentacles could be the new person that's coming into your life. For others of you, maybe this is a transformation. The Emperor coming down a few steps and becoming the King of Pentacles. Let's look at that Seven of Pentacles in your crowning area. Eight of Swords. Fear of the unknown. Fear of being bound to a situation, being restricted. Fear of the words, the harsh words. Let's take another card. We've got Six of Swords. That's beautiful. 8 and 6 is 14, so that's temperance energy. Finding your balance. The divine is working on your behalf. Some of you are actually moving over water, and I did say that from the beginning. Let's look at the near future with the Three of Wands, which is growth and expansion. We've got the Star, which is Aquarius. And the Star is the 11th house. It's wishes and dreams. It's earned income. It's, again, healing. It's something some of you may have been communicating with this King of Pentacles, there at a distance. So this is a wish come true. And the Nine of Cups here also is another wish come true. Something is turning in your favor, dear Pisces. Even though you've gone through challenging times in the past, I do remember. I think that you're close to the end of that. Let's look at that Two of Cups. And we've got the Page of Pentacles. So something real is what you're focusing on. Something that promises a lot. He's holding that Ace of Pentacles. Now the Page of Pentacles could also be a child, a youth. This could be a message that comes in which helps you turn over a new leaf. Let's look at the Sun. This could also be something, a project or something that you're hoping to work on. For others of you, this could be collaboration if this is work. Collaborating with this King of Pentacles. Let's look at the Sun card. And we've got the Five of Swords. Conflictual energy. Fives always bring in change. If you've got competition, if you are in any sort of competition or you're being conflicted about anything to do around, like, is it true love? Is this really true love? Is that what it's like? Or for those of you that have had trouble in falling pregnant, the Five of Swords says that you've got the power to win over this situation. You are stronger than others, and this could even be a perception of strength. You've got the Strength card there as well. Let's take another card. Another Seven of Pentacles. I feel that for some of you, I don't know why, but I feel as though this King of Pentacles could be someone that's got that is coming from another relationship, could also share children, and that's where the competitive energy is. Could it be that this King of Pentacles is the one that's conflicted because he's been through a difficult time, through a difficult relationship? So both of you are really taking the time. You're both coming from relationships that were quite challenging, I would say. And that's why we've got the Five of Swords and the Seven of Pentacles, because this is disbelief that this could be the real thing. That's what happens when you've been burned, when you've been challenged. Let's take another card, and we've got the Knight of Cups. And the Knight of Cups is the offer. The offer is finally coming through. The Knight of Cups is someone who is very romantic. Pisces, this could be you. You are water after all. You may be making this offer, extending this Ace of Cups that the Knight holds. Let's take the King of Pentacles. And we've got the King of Rods here now, which the King of Rods, my God, is a fire sign. So it's Sagittarius, Aries, or Leo. Remember how I said that this king could also have strong Leo in their chart? The King of Rods, this person, this King of Pentacles is someone who's got their own business. They're very dependable. Their money is very important, money and career. But if this is someone who was not acting quickly, not moving quickly to show what makes them, what their desires are, here he's holding that Ace of Wands, which is a lot of decisiveness and a lot of inspiration to take action. And I believe that it's the same person. So this is someone who's very creative, very good with their money as well. You get two in one, dear Pisces. Let's take that Strength card. Oh, wow. Okay. You can't make these things up. You just can't. Look at all that fire. Leo is here again. Look at that burning sun. There is a lot of passion in this relationship. Look at all that fire. Look at all that. So what I get from your reading is that sticking to your guns and insisting and persevering and continuing to try is what got you to the sun. And the sun is, again, in the Morgan-Greer. It's like the twin flame card, like the soulmate connection. Look at the way they're looking at each other. There is a connection, and they're very youthful, which says that they've been together in a past lifetime, no doubt. They've come together as youth, as teenagers, as young adults. I don't know if this is your age right now. For those of you that are a bit more mature, this is from a past lifetime. Let's take the Six of Swords. The general energy on the Six of Swords. We've got 6 and 7 of Swords. Wow. 6 and 7 of Swords. So we've got quite a few swords. For those of you that have been dealing with that air sign, they're quickly leaving the house. They are leaving the house so quickly that you won't even notice that they're gone. They're leaving your life. You're leaving their life. The Seven of Swords is also a card of intelligence. So those of you that are escaping, moving from a difficult situation, you're doing it without talking much about it. Let's look at the understanding card here. Let's look at that. And let's see what some of the messages. And we've got the Two of Pentacles. So something is being worked out on your behalf. I think that the universe is working hard, trying to bring you the information. If you're at a point of needing to make a decision, whether you travel, whether you go over this water, travel over water, take up that second job, whatever it is, I think that you're receiving the news from the divine, okay? I want to take one more card on the Emperor. Now, the Emperor can be, I can also see the Emperor as Capricorn. So it's either Aquarius or Capricorn that you were dealing with in the past. And the Emperor, if we're talking about Aquarius or Capricorn, is Saturn. And both those signs are Saturnian. Let's take another card. And we've got the King of Pentacles. Wow. Okay. So for some of you, what this is telling me is that either the Emperor was all about, they were all about themselves, all about their money, all about their comforts, or for some of you, could it be that the King of Pentacles here with the King of Rods, could this be the same person in all these cards? Could it be? Or more than likely, I would say that this King of Pentacles has come into the picture whilst you were still connected to the Emperor. That's what I think is the main and the most truthful of all the for most of you. That's what I wanted to say. That the King of Pentacles has entered in the recent past whilst you were still connected to the Emperor. So that's that love triangle. That's like maybe some of you were filing for divorce and met the King of Pentacles. Whatever the case is, free yourself is in the past. Calling in your soulmate. Once you've made space for your soulmate, they've come into the picture. And past life relationship, right? A lot of passion here. Some of you could still be dealing with this, could still be dealing with this Emperor. But what the cards are saying here is that the sun is going to shine upon your life. It's going to give you the clarity. It's going to give you the vitality to make the changes that are necessary. Because a lot of you are ready to move into a new union. You've already found your soulmate. They're already in your life. Looks like your soulmate or yourself are ready to pop the question here. We go from the Page of Pentacles to the Knight of Cups. So something real is coming through. What I'd like to do is take a couple of Sibyllers, dear Pisces. Sibyllers. Beneath that snake is the owls. And the owls are knowledge. Knowledge and things that are in the dark. I think that that full moon is going to show you that behind that, the reflection of the sun on it promises to give you the clarity and the love that you deserve, dear Pisces, because you do. You do so much for others. You deserve recognition and love. So we've got a few cards here in the now position. So we've got on top of the Ace of Cups and the Four of Swords, we have the Four of Pentacles, and we have the Gran Consolazione, which is a consolation, big consolation, but this is also having everything that you desire. This is number 7 of Wands. So sticking to your guns, as I said before, 10 of Cups, something that is meant to happen. It's unchanging. This is what Spirit wants to give you. This is Europe, and this is something that is energetically buzzing with Spirit. Spirit is all around you. Here we've got the Gran Signore, which is your King of Hearts, and he's a number 13. He could be going through the transformation. Now, there can be a little bit of ego in this persona here. So you know who this is for you. Here we've got the Gelosia. The fact that this King of Hearts can be a little bit jealous or may have regrets of the past, whatever regrets these are, and I feel that they're fear-based because of the Eight of Swords. This is Eight of Swords. This is fear and jealousy. I just want to say that where there is love, there is jealousy, as long as it's healthy and it's not too overpowering. Or could it be that your past relationship was someone who was way too cocky? They needed to have everything that they wanted. It was all about them. And very narcissistic, very egotistical, and very challenging. Let's take one more card. After that gelosia and the regrets comes the change. The Morte, which is death and transformation. Change, transforming. And there's the Sacerdote, which is faith, which is marriage, which is commitment, which is someone who stands alone. Some of you could have some time where you've been quite the individual, standing alone. Remember that Nine of Pentacles? But I would say for those of you that this was someone hard to bring in, remember here with the rejection, the no card, if this was someone that was too hard to get to, I think that they've gone through their transformation. So their values have changed, especially with Uranus in Taurus. Now they see life as different. They see that there is a possibility for commitment here. And this is Capricorn. Capricorn was very challenging. Yes, there is a high mountain to climb, but the possibilities are endless. And this is the end of suffering with this card. The end of secrets, the end of things not being known. It is the Ten of Swords, which breaks to that Ace of Swords. That's what Pluto, Saturn, and the South Node are giving us. Brand new beginnings, because they are clearing out old karma. Saturn, as I said, is moving direct in a couple of days. That'll be interesting to see. I'd like to take... I'm going to take one card for the Emperor first of all. What does the Emperor have to say? I can't handle your words right now. Yeah, the truth hurts. That's what I'm thinking. Let's take the King of Pentacles, which is also here, but is also here. Let's see if I can take him out. Who is also the King of Wands. So someone who was in a position of inaction, sitting and watching, and then with this change, the push, they're ready to take action, ready to go for what they desire. And this is the card. And we've got, I can still feel you. I can still feel you. Let's take another card, a bit more clarity. Wow, there it is. And we've got, I feel safer in the silence. Wow. Did any other cards flip open? I feel safer in the silence. So this person was not being the King of Pentacles, he was focusing on business, focusing on his money until the King of Rods shows up. So this is another side to him. So he was sitting in silence and just watching. Let's take one more card. I know he's ready to take action. I still love you. So whatever challenges you've been through, maybe the King of Pentacles was in a position of not taking action because he knew that there was unfinished business that you were dealing with. Let's take an angel answer. Let's see what your question, I should say, what your answer is going to be for the question that you are liking to put forth. Please, Spirit, if you could answer the question for Pisces, what they need to know. What do they need to know? Please give them clarity. Mid-September 2019, Pisces, and the answer to their questions. Thank you. Thank you, please, Spirit. And we've got Ask Your Angels, so I'm going to have to take another card. I would say that if you know, for those of you that can meditate, do take time out and ask your angels. They will give you answers as well. Here we've got recovery, so that's beautiful. Some sort of a recovery is happening. Some of you may have gone through health issues, psychological more than physical, I would say. And this is the time of Virgo, so health is under the microscope. So it's a very good time to do that. Let's read from the book. So ask your angels. Your angels are always with you. However, you must ask for their assistance in order for them to provide you with the help you're seeking. Because heaven respects your free will choices, state your questions to the angels clearly. You can do so either out loud or silently in your own mind. Your angels will instantly help you according to God's will. Your angels may also have special messages for you about the situation you're asking about. Sit quietly in a peaceful place, indoors or out in nature, and ask for advice and guidance. Notice what messages come to you. It's possible the answers will come to you through your feelings, hearing, or sight, or perhaps you will just know the answer. You can also ask the angels for signs during the day to guide you onto the right path. And if you remember right, we do have the messages coming from the divine. Let's look at the recovery. Recovery can also mean that the mystery is solved. Yeah. This is a period of recovery and healing for you. The challenging emotions that you've been dealing with will fade away with time. Although it may be difficult to see now, there is a joyful future awaiting you. But for now, take all the time you need to regain your strength. And you did have the strength card here. This card can also mean that your recovery is nearly finished or already complete. Send words of gratitude to heaven and begin planning for the next exciting phase of your life. Beautiful. Dear Pisces, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for your comments, your likes, your shares, and your love in general. Sending you many blessings and hope that you have a wonderful end of September 2019. Okay, bye for now.